right, everybody, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down. For once again, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hey, listen, we up here on the showcase. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself because we got a great show ahead of you guys, and I'm gonna let you know this now. We about to be talking about some really deep understanding about music, and on top of that, we're gonna be talking about passion. But let me go ahead and before we get into that, let me go ahead and take it up for the one time. It's your boy Teddy Bear, aka Mr. Voice for the Voiceless. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
shout out to you, man.
Here, that's me. Hey, I love every last one of y'all, man. I love every last one of y'all. But hold on right quick. It's not about me today. As much love as I got for y'all, I need y'all to show that same love to my boy, aka Mr. Tyler Jones, aka Mr. Tyler Great. Let him know who you'll be, my boy.
Man, it's Tyler Jones, man. I'm straight out of Waldorf, Maryland, man. Shout out to the DMV. I'm better known as Tyler Great.
Listen. So we're gonna start this thing off like this. First things first, how you been? How you been, man?
Life's extraordinary, man. I can't complain, but I can't complain. My pop's been home from prison now, a little over a year and a half.
Shout
You
out to
know,
Pops, man. Shout out to
yeah,
Pops.
shout out to Pops, man. He out there thriving in the community, man. Just building a relationship with him.
Round of applause for
Spending
Pops.
time with family more, man. You know, yeah, man. Shout out to Pops, man.
Shout out to Pops
So,
all day. Freedom's a beautiful thing, man.
freedom is a beautiful thing, man. Free the guys that's in the system, man. Freedom guys, man.
All day long, bruh. All day long. So since we talking about freedom, you told you we since we talking about freedom, with you being the type of artist that you are, may I ask one question? What was your initial passion before you picked up music?
Oh, before I picked up music, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just a kid that was in the neighborhood, running around, riding bikes. You know what I mean? Just destroying shit. You know what I mean? Had
Like a
haters
motherfucker.
for sure.
Okay, I mean, I get it. I get it. So the reason why I'm asking about, how were you before music? Because music takes you on a very intricate path, but it also opens up a lot of intricate paths to you. So, if once again, what were some of the paths that was open to you? I know you told me that you're a graphic designer. You told me that you make brands and stuff like that. So you're a jack of all trades, especially when it comes to having that passion. So
Right.
let's talk about the passion part of it, because it's a lot of people making music but don't really have passion. So uh let's start there. How do you what how exactly do you feel, what first got you into music?
Well, what first got me into music, shout out to Gigi the engineer, man. Gigi was a dude that I met very early on in life, when I was like 15 years old. And at that time, Gigi was already being an engineer. He was recording people. So, when I went to Gigi and I was reading him my raps, what I mean, that I had wrote down in my notebook. And he was like, bro, you got a gift. What I mean? You should take this serious. And it really went from there. You know what I mean? Because like I said, music was therapeutic for me, right? So I was writing in my journal how I feel, because on the outside you don't really got nobody to talk to, or nobody that's gonna understand what you're saying, because it's deeper than what anyone can imagine.
That's very true. That's very true. And me personally, I'm not a music artist. I would never try to get up here and spit a 1-2 type situation. That's not me. I'm not gonna swerve in that lane. So
Yeah.
so with that being said, how would you describe the music that you typically create?
The music that I typically create is, pain music,
Pain,
storytelling.
pain
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
So, like, if you don't mind, can I get you to elaborate on that? Like, we're not talking about like what does pain music mean?
So pain music, what it means to me is, I can't speak for anyone else, but what it means to me is to be transparent about, the adversities I've been through, to be vulnerable with my listeners on who I am as a person, the things that I've been through, my struggles, my heartbreaks, my losses. That's it's my pain basically. So I'm telling you my story through my pain.
Okay, so you've manifested your pain into a creative tool. So, if you don't mind me asking, like, what is your creative process like whenever you're making pain music? And this is just one of the many roles that I'm asked about. So,
Yeah, well, for me, I start off with mainly I'm in a room by myself a lot of the times. Like I'm sitting in the dark, you know what I mean, and I'm listening to beats. Sometimes I could be smoking. Other times I may be crying. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about a loss.
Type shit, we outside, go go boom, bitch.
But no, man, I could be, you know what I mean, in one of them moods where like I don't really want to talk to nobody. I'm just sitting in the dark. I'm listening to the beat, and then that's how I start writing. However I'm feeling in the moment, that's what I'm talking about. I'll say that.
Okay, okay. So, how you're feeling in the moment, I can respect that. Um, so whenever you feel like you got writer's block, how about this one? Whenever you feel like you have writer's block, what is your process to alleviate that? Because I know as an artist, when you're putting out music, you know you always want to give a piece of you that you haven't given before, or you want to take it to the next level. You know that all flows into the same realm. So,
Right.
like, how do you pull yourself out of a writer's block or a writer's slump?
Usually I'll go to watch interviews of artists that are in my same lane, right? And the reason why I say that is because I see how they dig, down into what they've been through and how they've been able to express that. So, example, like Juice World, I was a real big fan of Juice World, right? So I could go watch Juice's interviews and
Sleep in
see
peace, dude.
how, yeah, rest in peace of Juice World, man, 999 forever. Um, that's one big person I can tell you right there. That's how he helps me get out of it every time because as soon as I think that I'm in a rabbit hole, Juice is like, nah, my boy, I got you. And it just, right back to magic, man. So rest in
Okay,
peace of Juice World.
all day long. R.I.P. to Juice World, man. And the thing is, I think I'm gonna say I think pain music catches the wrong rap. Like people think that it's just depressing. No, it's not depressing. It's me saying, look, these scars that I got tell every scar I got tell a story. You know what I mean? Every scar,
Right.
every mental battle I done been through. Because as an artist, I'm sure you can relate when I say this. As an artist, the mental battles don't stop. The mental battles don't stop, and
Nah.
on top of that, it seemed like the support dwindles from it varies from from time to time. So whenever you are whenever you are in an area that you feel as though I put out something great, what are the contexts that makes you feel as though you put out great music? Like, is it the fact that you went lyrically hard in this one? Is it the beat? Is it the fans asked for this? Like, how do you differentiate what's good music to you versus what's just straight trash? Because there's straight trash out here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't be humble. You know there's straight
Nah.
trash out here.
It is some garbage, all right?
Straight trash. Like,
But no, I like that you said that. The supporters play a big role in it, man. Believe it or not, I do think about them when I am putting out music because a lot of them do hit me up and tell me that that they appreciate certain songs and they appreciate certain you know um messages that I put in there, right? So I'll share the story with you. I had a number one fan of mine, the day one fan of mine, hit me up like a couple years ago, right? And he was like, "Man, I lost my mom, bro, and like I listen to your music every single day." And it was so heart-wrenching to me that I was like, okay, now I gotta start thinking about who this music is impacting, who's there to digest it. And
yeah,
that's what's important to me. So I think the good music is the good music is the real. You know what I'm saying? Giving it to them raw. You know what I mean? That pain, like that's inside of you, whether however you put it out, that's good music. Not that music where you out here talking that bullshit and you spinning blocks and you got AMG and you drink 40s all day. We ain't trying to hear that,
like,
bro.
everybody not living that life, man. Like, like I can't relate. Like me personally, I'm 32, so the music when I listen to music, I like listening to music that lets me know that the person made it through. I don't like listening to music to where it's like you're just now getting to the storm because I can't relate to you just now getting to me. If you 30 years old, and you're just now getting to the storm. You got a long fight ahead of you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just a little clarification, little background on me, bro. I was homeless for 5 years. 5 years I was homeless. You know, and I say all that to say I can relate to pain better than I can relate to a dream because the way you dream isn't the way that I dream. So
You want to know, and I want to elaborate on that, right? So when people say, and this is no funny, man. People say they have dreams, right? I could say sometimes, man, I have movies of nightmares, right? That's why I'm telling people like these flashbacks that come out, that PTSD, you know what I mean? That anxiety, that sometimes I'm like, man, I'm scared to go to sleep. I don't know when I'm gonna wake up. You know what I
and that
mean? That's the real, you know.
and that's that right there, everybody has the same idea when it comes to not waking up ever again. It's like, damn, did I accomplish enough? Did I do enough? Did I
And
put
that's
out
the
what
same I
I
ask
could?
myself every day, bro.
And it's so hard. It's so hard. I mean, whether you're an artist, just a person, period. But I'm gonna speak from an artist perspective. You know what you want to give the world, but you know what the world will accept right now. You know what I mean? So how do you handle how do you handle not giving it all? Because there are people out here who will put out 110% of music, but it's 110% of music of trash, or it's 110% of music that's not really being worked on. Like, there's a difference between talent and there's a difference between putting in an honest effort. You know what I mean? Just because you're
Right.
talented does not mean that you got an honest effort at this. So
Yeah.
with you having a talent, how do you balance? That's the question I'm looking for. How do you balance your talent with your effort?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um,
I told you I'm gonna ask some questions.
yeah. Now I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? I'm gonna put it to you like this. Sometimes it is hard for me to put effort into a record or to make a record because of so much that comes with that, right?
Okay.
So I got a record called Falling Asleep. I wrote that record 3 years ago. When I get in the studio, I break down, right? I start crying because I'm talking about the loss of my brother, the loss of my grandmother, and I got to retouch those old scars, right? And sometimes it's hard. Everyone's like, man, just put it on the beat, just put it on the beat, just get it. And it's not that easy. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I understand, man. I lost a brother, my brother, man. Long live Debbie, man.
Long live Debbie, man. Condolences.
Yeah, I lost my brother in August, man. And when I tell you, it's a real fight, man. To like really talk about it on a level of, like, you don't want to. I want to keep that part of me to me. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the battle right there. That's the battle.
that's the battle. Like, I want to keep that part of it. I want to keep how I'm feeling to me because, I haven't fully adapted to how I'm feeling. And that can, that can persuade and move and change how, your music sounds and things of that nature. So with that being said, because the industry demands so much, what would you change about the industry for artists, for up and coming artists?
Man, what I would change about the industry, I would like to see independence more, man. You know, because see, when you're first coming into the game, the labels want to do this. They want to grab you, right? And they want to take everything from you. These new guys coming in, this is what I'm gonna say. These new guys coming in need to learn about masters, 360s, all the things that go on behind the scenes, right?
Elaborate, because I don't know these things. So
Okay, so
just tell me about 360s. Talk to me.
basically, what the labels do is, right, they bring you in, you know what I mean, and they get you to sign these papers that, for one, that these artists don't know what they're signing. So a lot of times they're signing their masters away. A 360 is where, say, you got to put out 6 albums, right? It's like you got to put out like 6 albums with the label, and they're gonna recuperate all this money, and you receive none of it. They give you an advance, right? If you don't put up them 6 albums and give them their money back, all that money from the advance becomes their money, right? And you don't own your masters no more. So it's all it's all like bullshit, man. The industry is an evil place, bro. I'm telling you, like, these new guys that keeping fame and all that, man, they're dick sucking behind the scene, bro. Like, they like, did he be won the party, and you gotta tell them no, man. I'm telling you,
like, man, hey, you want this record spin? I gotta spin something, and you like, nah, I can't do it. So we to branch more on the industry. You said you want to see a lot of people go independent. With you being an independent artist, what are some of the roadblocks that you face as an independent artist? Like as far as booking goes, as far as studio time, all those things. Like what are because if you're doing it by yourself, I'm pretty sure that's you versus a team. So what's some of the challenges that you would face as far as that goes?
Some of the challenges that I face is, well, when you're doing it independent, all the money is on you. So you're paying for your studio sessions, you're paying for the mix and mastering, you're reaching out to these venues, you're reaching out to these podcast shows, So some of the roadblocks I faced, man, not having a manager, not having an assistant, not having someone there to tell you the do's and the don'ts. And sometimes you're supposed to go this way, but you really go that way. You know what I mean? It's like you're really just like you're falling into a game of what do I do? Where do I go? You know what I mean? So sometimes it's hard for me because I feel like I've reached a certain level, but I can't get to the next level because I don't know what to do.
Okay, so I'm glad you said you don't know what to do. When you ready to reach that next level, you don't know what to do. So the lock-in point where it's like I don't know what to do. Do you reach out to other independent artists, or I know you said you be on the internet, but do you reach out to other independent artists to see how far they've come? Do you compare yourself to them, or how exactly do you get over that hump?
I have reached out to other artists. I have reached out to other artists in my city and whatnot. I think I wouldn't say. This is what I will say. I have reached out for advice. You know what I mean? And asked them to share their story and how they maneuver through it, right? Just to see what's the best avenue for me to take. More than anything. So.
Okay, so we're about to talk a little personal. Do you like so whenever you're pulling your inspiration, do you have any kids or anything?
I do not.
You don't know kids? Okay, cool,
No kids.
cool. So whenever you're pulling your inspiration, is there like a safe if you don't mind me asking, what's the safe place in your mind that you like, once I get here in my mind, I can give you what you're asking for? Like once I lock in this place, like I watched the interview and there was an artist that he said, man, I go back to the time where I was just chilling with my grandma on the porch, and then I just act like I'm sitting there rapping in front of my grandma, and I'm like,
yeah,
that sound
you know what's crazy is I got an unreleased song, man, called My Own Hero, where I talked about that with my grandma, long live my grandma Betty. I said, sitting on the porch with grandma, I wish I could talk to her one more time, and that's real, man, because that was my go-to place of where I could go to my grandma and, man, I could tell her anything. I could tell her what I did wrong. I could tell her I just did some crazy shit. And she's just like, you know what? Come on, baby. We'll talk about it. We'll get through it. And that comfort that she gives me, man, allows me to go in there and be like, okay, I'm ready to give my all now because I got that comfort, that security. You know what I mean? So that was enough for me, man.
Okay, I can rock with that. It's always good to have that one person in the family that for sure you can. They're like a safe space, because a lot of artists don't have safe spaces, and that's how they end up with these record deals where people are being taken advantage of. The first thing they want to take you on is an emotional roller coaster. They want to show you everything that you don't have, and then that's everything that they're offering to you, and they expect you just to take it because you don't have it. And it's like, I don't need it. I was good enough to catch your eye without it. So
what that's the cool part for me. I started so young, man, that where it's like, man, you can't fool me with no house. You can't fool me with no fancy car and all that, because, bro, I came from the bottom, bro. So I know what the bottom's like. And not that I got comfortable with it, but I understand it, and I'm never gonna go against it. You know what I mean? Because that's where I came from. That's what made me. So you can't trick me with that.
I understand, man. It's like there's just certain lessons that you can learn at the bottom.
Right.
And it's going to take you past the top. It's going to have you blow the roof off. So if I may ask you before we go on our first commercial break, what's one thing that you learned while being down that it helped you come up even higher than where you fell from?
Say that one more time.
What's one lesson, or what's one thing that you've learned when you were down and out, that helped you propel yourself past where you fell from?
Man, that's how it's really that okay in the back of your mind and to an extent, right? Where it's like you just I'm gonna say this for an example, right? You lost your job, you lost your car, right? And then you're like, man, what am I gonna do? 5 days later, you're still here, right? You're still pushing through, you're still waking up, you're still breathing. It's that serenity, it's that okay in you. You know what I'm saying? For me, like it's like, all right, if I made it through this and I'm staying here and I can get through this, nothing else matters at that point. So it's gonna be all right when you get to the next go round, pretty much.
I know the feeling. Where I go for myself is I'm the type of person I be like, bro, I don't know I'm gonna win, but I know I'm not gonna lose. You know, that's one of the most realest things that I've always taught myself. And on top of that, I teach myself, give grace before grief. Everybody's human. There's everybody has traumas and all that stuff too.
That's
So
true.
so by you giving that grace to those people, you're giving yourself grace too. Because if you out here argue with everybody you come across, you're gonna run into some real bad problems real quick.
If you arguing with 10 people and 10 people say the same thing about you, primarily it's gonna be that you have a problem, right? You
That
know
is
what I mean?
that is
So
true.
and that I've been through that where it's like, someone's like, man, I didn't do nothing wrong. And it's like, but 10 people said the same story though. It's kind of hard to be 10 facts, you know?
It is. It is. It is. So we're gonna take on that note, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, the question that I got for you, most of all, the question I got for you is, since you've been on your musical journey, how have your friends how have your friends been treating you? Do you have the support from your friends? So
Okay, yeah, we gonna get into that. We will get into that.
yeah, we're gonna get into that one. All right, told you it's gonna be a quick little commercial. Like I don't believe in doing long commercials. I've never liked a long commercial because
Can you
we
still
not
see
here.
me?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Okay, on my camera it's messed up. So okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you good. You good. So, like I said, we were talking about friends and whatnot. So, how's the support? I know you said your fans support you, and that's cool. But how has the intimate support been as far as friends? Like, have you lost friends since you became an independent artist? Have that type thing? And how did you deal with it?
Yeah, man, that's the tough part, of losing friends, where, everyone's friends with you when you're riding around, when you're smoking, when you're drinking, you know what I mean? When everyone's hanging out, everything's cool. But then once you have a passion and once you start chasing your dream, now everything changes. Now it's like, hey, I'm gonna help you with this, or I'm gonna get you studio time. And they don't never come through. You know what I mean? I'll drop a song, I'm like, hey, y'all check this out. Oh yeah, we'll check it out. No reposts, no nothing, And it make you feel a type of way. But the thing is with me,
But like,
I personally believe that when you're doing what you're supposed to do and what you feel is right and what you believe in, right, you're always gonna find a way out of no way. So, it ain't never changed the narrative on my heart. I'm always be the same person, but yeah, friends have definitely not been there how they should have. But I don't look at no one differently though. Salute to them.
it's hard to say you don't look at them different, man, because you in the back of your mind you be like, man, I wouldn't do you like that. And I think that's one of the hardest lessons that I had to learn, especially being in. Sorry, my light going out. Well, I ain't perfect.
Oh, nah,
But
you good, brother.
ah, but one of the hardest lessons to learn from me is that everybody don't support the way you support. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's a big thing for me. Like I used to want to do it because I wanted people to support me. And now the way that I'm doing things now, it's like, bro, I'm doing this because I like doing this. When they say if you like doing what you're doing, then it's not work. You know what I mean? So with that being said, what's some of the best advice that was given to you before?
You said what was the best advice given to me?
Give me two good advice that was given to you over your course of over this journey of you being an artist.
Man, I say some of the best advice would have to have been from You know, a very good friend of mine, man, brother of mine in the game. He's also a music artist, man. NOOK, shout out to him. NOOK always told me, man, always be yourself in this game. You know, never worry about the critics, never worry about, you know, the naysayers, and just always keep going forward, no matter what, little bro. And that's something he always told me. So, you know, salute to NOOK, man. The second one would be it was actually my best friend, a homegirl of mine. You know, she just told me that I'm a very, you know, compassionate person. I'm very inspiring to people, and never lose sight of the dream. You know, never lose sight of what you're doing it for. So always believe in yourself and believe in God, and it's gonna work out.
I respect that. I respect that, man. That's one hell of an answer. That's one hell of
Yeah, man.
So, all right. So when we were while we were trying to set this up, you told me that you wanted to give some words. You know, you want to give some wise words, and we were going to talk about, you know, how this generation of kids is lost and whatnot, and that you wanted to give back to them. So, what has that process been like for you, and what are some of the things that you would like to bestow upon this new generation to help them progress forward?
Uh, Man, you know, it goes back again to brother to being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Doing what's true to you. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, man, we think we know ourselves 100%, and we don't know shit. You know what I mean? And I was one of them guys. Where growing up, you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me I was wrong. You couldn't tell me I did something. I didn't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Thought I knew myself. And so I would say the generation, man, dig deep and look at yourself, because them homeboys that you riding around with, they're in the discovery packet. You know what I mean? They gonna tell on you, bro. And a lot of these kids, man, are lost, man, from these video games and you know what they're seeing on TV. It is not a reality, man.
Talk to him, shoot. Talk to him, man, because it's like we were talking and you told me about a story about a kid with, you know, a kid with a gun and whatnot. You know, it's like bro, they be so quick to pick up a gun these days, and it's like that's not the move. That's never been the move. You know,
Yeah, listen, right? He was 13 years old, man. This kid, he had, I don't know what he had on him, because I was just trying to get home. I was trying to get home, man. I looked up, I said, "Oh man, this kid was like, he had to be like 13, man. He had a gun on him." I'm like, "Oh, you know, like, hello, homie, what do you do? Like, you don't play basketball, you don't play football, you just want to get straight to the, you know, because they don't know what comes with that. Listen, the lawyers, them judges giving out football numbers. You going to the penitentiary where the big dogs is at. All right.
and they want that. They want their bread too. You want to
Oh
stay out
yeah.
of jail. You
Oh
want to
yeah.
stay
You
out
gonna
of
be
jail.
making somebody's bed. You gonna be making somebody's bed up.
From the videos I've been seeing of people in there, like, man, hey, you can't that little binary trigger or that little gun that you got, you can't bring that in the penitentiary. You can't bring
Oh
that.
no, it's for these. It's for
It's just
these.
those.
Man,
And
yeah.
trust me, you either gonna beat or be beaten with those. So
Yeah, it's up to you, man. You decide, you know. But but no. But really, what I want to tell him is, though, man, is that, see, when you look up to, I'm just gonna name some people: 50 Cent, right? Tyler Perry, or Kevin Hart, you know, whoever. You look at them people, right, and you dig deep into their stories, everybody had a story. Everyone either came from the struggle, less fortunate, poverty, whatever it may be, right? And they made something of themselves. So you can't just sit there and say, oh man, well, you know, I don't got nobody, or man, I don't got no help, or you know, my environment plays a role in
I was
this.
giving a bad hand. Yeah, like
Yeah, you can't say we're all dealt a bad hand, but what are you gonna do with that hand though? You know what I mean?
That boy is good.
A bad hand. But are you going to change the narrative of that hand, though, or are you going to lay in the bed that you made?
I drink to that.
You know what I mean? What are you going to do with it? See, because we all have bad hands, though. So you know what I mean? I told you about me, like coming up. You know what I mean? Not having support, people not believing in it. People saying, "Oh, you do music? Oh, well, you better go get a job." Oh, man. You know what I mean? All the time. But did that stop me from doing what I'm doing? Look what I've accomplished so far independently.
That
You
is
know?
true. That is true. That is true.
So what are you going to do with it, though? So change the narrative, man, and believe in yourself, and just give yourself a chance. Because see, oftentimes we want people to give us a chance, but we never gave us a chance to even start off with. So how can somebody give you something you won't give yourself?
and you ripped it from yourself. Yeah, like you ripped that chance from yourself and you gave it to other people and expecting them to appreciate it the way you want to be appreciated. And it
See,
doesn't happen.
when we put expectation on the world, that's when everything goes wrong, man.
I
Because
never
you can't expect somebody to be like you. You know what I mean? If you love hard and you support hard and you show up or however you do, you can't expect the next person to do that because not everybody's built like you. Not everybody has the genuine heart that you got. Not everybody's not like that, unfortunately, in this world. We're supposed to love each other, but not many spirits are pure though. That's how it goes.
that was eloquent. Damn, you said that. You said that one. So you're an independent artist. We covered that. We covered your background. We covered how you feel about the industry. So, if I may ask, what's next for you?
What's next for me?
What's next for you? Like, because you have many talents, and y'all, he up here being humble. I don't know why he up here being humble. He got talent. He's got talent. Like we're not even about to sit here and I'm not the type of guy. If you want to hear the type of talent he got, go find him on social medias. He's out there, trust me. But he's up here being humble, and the aura and the energy that he gives in his music is very authentic. Like I said this about another artist, and it's funny because he's the one that referred us to make this
Shout out
happen.
to Harold Levert, man.
Shout out to Harold Levert, man. Shout out to Harold Levert. But
Yeah.
it's the authenticity that makes the music really, really, really impactful. So, with saying all that, what is next for you? As far as is it music? Is it production? Is it
Well, I appreciate you asking, and giving me the opportunity to speak on that. Working on my debut album. It's been years in the making. It's called Lonely World. Lonely World is basically digging into personal stories of my life. So you'll basically get from years ago all the way up until now. So it's gonna dig into the loss of my brother, my grandparents, my cousins, my best friend. Just telling you about the different things that I've been through. I think this album is more personal than anything, and just sharing those things with people. And I say that to say also I want to jump into production as well. You know, I actually want to get back into the graphic thing, full time. For so many years, I was just stuck on being a music artist, that I didn't see what else was out there. But what I found out is that when I started to get into graphics, it actually opened my eyes to put more creativity into my painting music, how to be more creative, how to orchestrate what I'm giving these people. You know what I mean? Because the attention span nowadays is short. You know what I mean? So if you don't grab somebody within that minute, they're adios. They gone.
you get a minute? I get 30 seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds. 30 seconds, man.
I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to believe me, man.
You get 30 seconds, and the internet is so finicky, man. It's so finicky.
Yeah.
It's like you'll catch a lot of requests for, oh, we want something real, but then you got artists like yourself, Harold Levert, and those people get looked over so much. They get
Can y'all do me a favor? Can I give a quick shout out? Y'all go follow my man Harold Levert, okay? Don't sleep on my man Harold Levert. Please go check him out on all platforms, all stream platforms. Harold Levert, check him out. That dude is killing me, man. Oh yeah.
Listen, flip the pimp, flip the pimp, the pimp, yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Flip the pimp where you hoes. For real though, go check him out. Stop playing though.
All day
You know
long,
what I mean?
day long.
Yeah. Harold, hey, Harold's a guy, man, that I would, man. Okay, so let me say this, man. Harold, bro, I definitely appreciate you, man. You definitely came into my life. And the funny thing is, me and Harold don't know each other personally. We never met each other. We've only talked on the phone and through the messages.
Yeah, you gotta wrap this to me. How did this come about then? And
With me and Harold?
yeah, how did this come about? And could we be
We met through mutual.
Can
We
do it?
met through mutual friends, and yeah, me and Harold got some music. Hey, look, Harold sent me some open verses, man.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all gonna get Harold Levert Ty the Great in the future, man. Just wait on it. You know, it's all about the right time. You
That's
know.
all. That's
But
all.
he's a very authentic dude though, man. He's been there for me in my dark times. He's picked up the phone, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he's definitely showed support. So kudos to him, man, for being a real genuine dude. As much as he gave me my flowers, I gotta give him his flowers, you know. So
I respect it all day long, bro. So, just let's get a little bit deeper here. If you could open for an artist, who would it be? And if you could have an artist open for you, who would it be?
uh I was gonna go with Juice World I wanted to open up for, but unfortunately we can't do that.
I'm about to say, if he opened up for you, that means you are no longer here. So that ain't nothing against people who like Juice, man.
Nah,
Much
hey
love to
yo.
you. You know,
Nah, long live Juice World again, man. But I will say for me, I would love to have. It would have to be, man. I'm gonna go with Rod Wave though, man.
I see you one.
I'm gonna go with Rod Wave, man.
Rod Darius, you want to go around Darius?
Yeah, man. I love him. I love the way his crowd interacts with him. You know what I mean?
It's like a lullaby. It's like a lullaby. Okay, I see what you did there. So that's
Yeah.
who you would like to open for, or that's who you want to open for you.
Oh, open for me, yeah.
Okay, who would you like to open for? Like you already know they're gonna bring
Okay.
that in. You already know they're gonna bring their energy. You're like, I'm just gonna put the little bit of seasoning on it to get. I'm gonna light the grill because they're gonna cook.
Yeah,
I'm gonna light the grill. Who would you like to light the grill for?
man. Joey Badass, man, for sure.
Woo, boy. Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Why? Why Joey Badass? I've never gotten that answer before. So that means that you're gonna go out there and leave the mic. Not saying it's funny. You're gonna leave the mic stinking. Like the mic gonna be on fire. Is yeah. So why Joey Badass?
Actually, man, I've been just getting into his music, his story, his aura. Like I said, real recognize real. You know what I mean? And his music definitely has that passionate touch to it. And it definitely speaks to, who needs to be spoken to most. I feel like another voice of the voiceless,
Yeah, that's the campaign I'm on, man. I'm on the Voice of the Voiceless campaign because it's and people gonna get y'all gonna hear a lot of me. Y'all gonna hear us saying that a lot too. Voice of the Voiceless because it's not that they don't have a voice. It's just that, man, it's a lot of people who get slept on. They get slept on so much, and it's so much
Well, not
trash.
only that, but for the listeners though, there's just some people. I'm not gonna say they're scared to say how they feel, but there's some people that don't know how to. There's some people that don't know how to be open unless they're in the house or unless they're around their loved ones. You know what I mean? There's some people that just don't want to come on the internet and boast that opinion or that reality that we sit upon and such. So
What
you know.
what you think could be a driving factor behind that?
Judging, judgmental became a real big thing in this world, you know what I mean? Where people are judging, people get in the comments and they're like, oh, like you're such a bad mother, or oh, you're such a bad artist, or you're such a bad this, and that criticism it scares people away to be themselves, right? Or to be what they feel and speak upon as such because the world has become so me versus you, me versus you, me versus you. You know what I mean? It can't never just be all of us and one. Unity is a beautiful thing if you allow it to be, man. So I wish
It
that a lot of
really is.
people would be themselves, man, and just come together as one unit and let's get it done, man.
It is, and I'm glad you said that about unity and adversity and whatnot. So, how do you handle adversity? Because everybody don't have the same type of music, same taste in music, and I'm pretty sure you've dealt with hecklers. I'm pretty sure you've dealt with bad comments and things of that nature. Like, how do you not let that get to you? Because this is something you're passionate about. This is something you're
Yeah.
passionate about. This is things that people have shitted on you about, And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that they're shitting on you. It's valid. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like they was like, and you're just like, bro, I actually worked on this. Like, I don't think people
Can I
truly
tell you? Can I tell you what I learned, brother?
talk to me.
What we're on right now is not the real world.
Preach. Let's
So
hear it.
a lot of the times, right? People tell me this and that. It's okay. You got 30,000 followers, but you ain't even got a bank account. You know what I mean? You got 5,000 Instagram likes, and you ain't got $500 in your pocket. What are we talking about, bro? The internet's not a real place. What are we talking about?
I've been saying that, and shout out. I got my brother TPG says that all the time. He be like, man, the internet's not a real place. Like, this is, if anything, it's the biggest distraction to creativity.
And this is like a big playground where people just play all day, and they just like
That's it, man. Like,
they be faking the funk like a motherfucker, man. You know, I got to a point where it's like, listen, I had to deal with those adversities alone. All jokes aside, I had to deal with those adversities alone in the dark. You know, when all the hey, I'll see you later, and you going inside. Now I'm going in here and I'm going to fight real battles. While you sleep on your pillow and you snooze and you drooling everywhere, I'm fighting real battles. And I had to fight those alone. So when I come back out to the world and everyone's like, oh, well, you suck, and oh, well, this everything ain't for everybody. I'm aware of that. And if it's not for you, why are you commenting on here? Because if you're commenting on here, I'm getting that engagement either way. So it don't shake or break me. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming as me all day.
I can respect that. I can respect that because just speaking for myself, like, being heckled is one of the things that I laugh at the most, because I'm like, you thought this much about me to have an opinion. That lets me know right there I'm validated.
People hate to love you, man. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is I feel like the people that do touch on us and do speak on those things, they see something in us that they don't have in themselves. You know what I mean? They wish that they could be vulnerable. They wish they could be open. They wish, but they care about people's opinions, though. They care about what the world thinks. They care about, but when the lights all go out, when this is all said and done, it only matters about you and your impact that you made on the world. What are you gonna do with that, bro? You can't take their opinions with you. You can't have those up as a war. You can't do that. What are you gonna do?
Not at all. Not at all. And me personally, if I could change anything about the internet, I would change. I would be like, before, put up or shut up. In other words, if you want to talk shit about what I'm doing, like I done had people say, like, the most things that I've heard is that, oh, your little podcast, or, oh, stuff like that, like backhanded compliments. And I tell them all the time, I'd be like, bro, if it's little, come do it. Come.
Hey, it's your little podcast, but it's gonna be the same little podcast that they be like, hey, say, man, can I go on your podcast once it's real big and you got a studio and you're doing all these famous people? They're like, hey, man, I remember back in the day, bro, when you had that podcast. And, nah, you said it was little.
It was little. It wasn't worth your time. You know what I mean?
You don't want to come on this little podcast, man. This is too little for you, bro. You know what I mean?
What, man? When I tell you, it's been a battle.
Hey, shout out to the haters, man, because we need the haters as much as we need the supporters, man. Shout out to the haters.
We love y'all, bro. We love y'all so much.
Oh, we love you, man. Shout out to all the haters, man. DJ haters in the building.
So much, man, because y'all don't understand the devotion you got to have to hate somebody. And
they really love you, man. That's what it's about.
It's underestimated, bro. Hate is underestimated because there has to be a certain type of infatuation for you to hate.
You know what I learned to tell people like that, bro? And it's crazy because they get mad at me and they think I'm joking, right? And they're like, oh, well, fuck you. And it's like, I'm like, man, I love you, man. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, I love you. Like, what you mean you love me? And I'm like, yo, I love you, man. I appreciate you. I admire you. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you to do better, man. I love you. It's all good. Because you can't make me. What you're doing is you're trying to poke the bear, and you're trying to make me give you a reaction that you're never gonna receive. So I love you.
You're never gonna get the reaction, and on top of that, this is not a character for me. This is me. I'm not. You can't make me step outside of me. I'm me.
There's no way you're gonna do that. There's only one person that can do that, and that's when the final destination is here. That's it.
That is it. So we about to take another quick commercial break. It'd be about a little 15 seconds, but we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get to like the history of you. You know what I mean? Like how your moms, pops, like, because a lot of artists have conflicts within their homes. And if I asked you, I asked you, Did you have any red tape questions, anything like that? And if this is a red tape question, we can change it. I promise we can. But I want to talk about, like, you know, you told me about your brother. I told, you know, I lost a brother as well, and it's like, what do they call them? Canon moments. You know what I mean? Like moments where things flip for you. So the initial question that we're going to start on this is, where do you think you would have been if the situation was different?
Okay.
So that's where we're going to pick up at. All right.
All right. Sound good.
If you want me to send you that beat, I can send it to you.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, sir. It's over with, baby. I'm about to show you I can get hip hop with it too, man. You know what I mean?
But
all day.
Once again, we're back, everybody. For everybody who's watching this, you know, we thank you for watching. Once again, I'm here with you know what I mean. I'm here with my boy Ty the Great, aka Mr. Ty Jones, in the building for the one time. You know what I mean? Showing some love and gratitude all day long. So, once, like I said before the commercial break, where do you think you would be if things were different? Do you think you would be the type of artist you are? Do you think that you would still be in music? You know, this is wherever you want to start.
I appreciate that question. That's a good one. What I can say to you is that I don't think that I would be doing music, or that I would be in this position, right? Because everything that goes on in your life dictates your decisions, right? And what you do. And so if I never went through those, you know, situations or those losses or adversities and hardships, it wouldn't have given me the passion or the vision to tell this story that I'm on, you know, this journey that I'm on. So I think it's necessary that you go through certain things so that you can decide who you are as a person and who you are going to be in this journey. So yeah, I don't think I would have. Ty the Great wouldn't have been a person without my pain and my stories. So
Okay, I can rock with that answer. And because I know that we're going to get asked this, let's go ahead and clear it up now. There is when it comes to you hearing that, first things first, you're an artist, but on top of that, you're a white artist. You know what I mean? I know you've met adversity just off that one thing alone. You know what I mean? So where does your mind goes when somebody try to treat you like another white artist? Like they be like, oh, he's trying to be like Machine Gun Kelly, or he's trying to be like Eminem, or, you know, they try to be funny and be like Vanilla Ice. Like, no, I'm not a white artist. I'm just an artist, bro. Like, where does your mind go, and how do you combat that? Because not only are they coming at you from a point of, you know, of you being an artist, but they're also coming at you as a person just of who you are. You know, so
right. Man, I really don't let that affect me though, if I'm being honest, because again, it goes into, are you a supporter, right? Are you a listener? Are you gonna give me a chance and come listen to what I'm cooking up, what I'm giving you, or are you gonna just judge off of the color and the person that I am, right? You got to actually give somebody a chance to hear their story to know, okay, this person's different from A, B, Z. You know what I mean? It's one of them things, man. Like I said, the world's going to judge. The world's going to do what they got to do. And I'm over here doing what the fuck I got to do. That's all I'm worried about.
Can't say it no better myself. Can't say it no better myself at all. Man, listen. Before we get out of here, and you have been, you know what, another round of applause, man. Another round of applause. Before we get up out of here, I like to do a thing called a gym drop. And a gym drop is you can drop a gym about anything of your choosing. You know, if you get up here and say, wipe your ass with fresh wipes, that's your gym. Cool. You know what I mean? Cool. I'm not tripping. But,
hey, yo.
but I like to do a gym
Ain't
drop.
no way, dog.
Hey, listen. It's people out here who is people out here who done gave some crazy
Let
gym drops.
me let me ask you a question, right? Let
Oh,
me
feel
flip this
free.
for a second.
Let's get
Let
it.
me let me hear your gym drop.
My
Put you on
gym
the
drop.
spot. Yeah.
My gym drop is, bro. Respect people traumas. Respect people traumas. You know what I mean? Like I was talking to my better half today, and we were talking about like walls and stuff. Like people in their life put up walls, really big walls, and people think that they're just supposed to bust through those walls to get to that person. You're not supposed to bust through those walls. You're supposed to actually understand that each
Ooh,
brick
hit that one on the
you're
town,
supposed to
boy.
you're supposed to see each brick for what it is,
Hey,
and then take that brick off that wall and give it a new purpose and build something stronger. You know,
you know what? You know what I realized, man? The walls that I had built in my life, and I felt like they were protecting me. Those were the same walls that now had me trapped in, right? Because I was like, no one's gonna hurt me again, and this won't happen, and that won't happen, and
yeah,
you're building up all these walls, and now those are the same walls that are keeping you from going forward. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, what can you do in your life to just strategize to move forward, despise any bumps in the road? Because what I've learned is this is the gym, right? We're gonna lose in life more than we're gonna win. Regardless of the accolades, regardless of the achievements, regardless of the awards, we're gonna lose more than we're gonna win. Here's why. You're going to lose family members. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose jobs. You're going to lose homes. You're going to lose whatever you can imagine. But still be you, though. Still be you, though. Don't ever let that change because you're going to lose more than you're going to win. And we're not promised life forever. This is our obligation to make the best out of what we have.
that's
It's on you, man. It's your boy Tyler Great. And I'm just giving it to you real, man.
listen. And before we get out of here, bro, I just gotta say, for one, round of applause for being up here. Round of applause for filling out, kudos to you, roses all the way across the board, bro. Because and it's just me being personal, I've asked people who I'm in the same city with, you know what I mean? Bro, come on the podcast. You're an artist. Come on the podcast, promote yourself, talk about your thing. You'll never know who's gonna
Yeah.
see it. They shit it, people shit it on it, people didn't want to do it. Me and you, all it took was shoot. I put a status out there. Harold made the connection, and we doing this now. Success
Hey,
is
what I do, bro? I called you.
hey, hit me up, and it wasn't even on no who's this type situation. It's like, I know why you here. You answer the call, cool. Let's get it. Let's success
Yeah.
support. If anything, and this is the icing on the cake for all this, for everything that we've been talking about thus far. Support and success go hand in hand, but you have to realize what you want people to support about you and what you're willing to succeed on. You know what I mean? If you want to,
I live by this motto. It's called SOGLB. Shout out to the creator of it, NOOK, once again. But it's SOGLB. It's support or get left behind. That's what I live by, right? So I'm gonna support you. You gonna support me. I'm gonna give you nice. You gonna give me nice, right? I'm gonna show you love. Show me love. If not, the train goes on. This train don't derail for nobody, man.
at all. At all. And once again, I say, bro, giving you your flowers. You know what I mean? I can't wait. I can't wait for that new album to drop. If you don't mind me asking, what is the name of the album again?
It's called Lonely World.
Lonely World. Lonely World by Tyler Jones. You have to go out there once it drops, run them numbers up, run them streams up, but most of all, listen to the music. There's so many people that's putting out songs, but there's no music. Listen to the music. This man has a beautiful message. This man cares about the people around him. This man cares about the time and the craft. That you cannot make something that's going to last forever in 5 seconds. Understand that, appreciate that, but most of all, accept that. That's just what it is.
Appreciate your time, man. Appreciate your time. I look forward to coming back on here, man. We ain't done. Like I said, I'm gonna put the word out. I'm gonna call my homeboys, tell them about the show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get groovy like a smoothie, man.
Send them. And
I got you.
And I gotta let you meet the rest of the crew too. Shout out to Trilogy Huncho. Shout out to Life Alina. Shout out to Ali Amazing, Kwame Sensei, TPG. That's the crew. That's my crew, man. We got to get you up here to talk with us, man. Because listen, you got to meet them guys, man.
Yeah, man. I look forward to it, man. We got more gems to drop. We got more stories to pop. You know what I mean? It ain't over with.
All day long.
This is just the introduction, man.
All day long. So once again, for the very last time, my boy, tell them who you be.
That's your boy Tyler Great, man, the one and only. You know, if you don't know, now you're gonna know.
You know what I mean? Hey, I'm Trader Bear, the one that care. I'm Trader Bear, the one that care. But most of all, understand that I will be here. This has been the showcase with Hood Academy 910. Listen, we love y'all. We out. Peace.